Well, my name is Martijn Hohmann. I'm the co-founder of 5 Degrees. 5 Degrees, I used to be a banker. And I was senior VP at ABN AMRO in the Netherlands. And I must say, at that time, I was on the business side, getting totally frustrated with technology. Technology was not an enabler, technology was a constraint. Everything that you wanted to do for your customers, everything that you wanted to do to increase the customer experience or to lower the cost of distributing our products to our clients would take years and millions, many, many millions. So out of frustration, I decided with 4 other people, that's the 5 guys in total, to actually set up a new company called 5 Degrees based on the brand new technology, based on the newest insights, how you should organize your bank, how you can actually become agile, how you actually can defend yourself against the billions that flow into fintech that try to eat the business models of the bank, how you can defend yourselves against the enormous amount of regulation that's being flushed over banks today and actually stopping them from innovating. So if you look at the bank's future, it's really challenged today. They are attacked from all sides. There's Bitcoin coming up, there's blockchains, cryptocurrencies, there's modern technology, and the costs of their competitors that attack them are so much lower. So basically, currently they are without any defense. Do you realize that all the banks that are running backend systems today have systems that were originated in the 90s? The 90s, that's the age where we never heard about the word internet before. How can these banks become truly digital if their core is built on COBOL technology? It's just impossible. So basically, I know, for instance, from Royal Bank of Scotland in the UK, they're spending 3 billion a year just to keep the lights on. That's not sustainable. So what do they need? They need a real digital core banking platform. And what does that platform mean? It is the core of your bank. It does what you need to do on workflows, on onboarding, on CRM, on documents, but also the product administration with the accruals of interest and the end of days and the ledger. But you don't want to put it all in the same system. That's not maintainable. So what we have created is a true platform where by now 80 different product partners have built components which you can actually activate in our system without any problems. So its API ecosystem is very important and it's cloud-based. The opportunity that they have is that we're looking at a global market of 300 billion, growing fast. Digitalization is the #1 priority for CIOs. And I'm not referring about great portals and great apps. It's beautiful, but it's lipstick on the pig. You need to solve the underlying problem of banks. 40% of IT budget is spent exactly on this today. 68% will engage with startups and scale up like ourselves. Why? The incumbent vendors that they have been working with, the Oracles of this world, the IBMs of this world, and in Europe I have many more names of billion-dollar companies. They have brought them where they are now, and they don't have the solution. They have been quite lazy. So they need to go to us. No. So today, and that's actually the beauty, to enter this market, there are huge barriers of entry. Because banks, they trust their suppliers as they trust their clients. And so we made that step. So today we have 15 live clients, including Aegon, and recently also Toronto Dominion Bank, one of the larger banks in the world, has selected us for their European digital agenda. And what are these banks doing? They know that they cannot use their existing legacy landscapes, so they build a new one with us and bring everything over. But we can also do mid-sized bank full digital transformation on top of their existing legacy backend systems and remove the legacy backend systems later. So basically, what we can offer banks, and these are just examples, we can do customer onboarding at 1/20th of the cost that you do today, acquiring deposit at 100th of the cost of today. And think about it, having a bank acquire a client, all the cost of the life cycle, about 80% is on the onboarding side. The customer due diligence, the KYC, the opening of the accounts, and then it runs by itself. So we have banks now working with us that achieved more than 60% OPEX reduction based on our system. And we're growing fast. So this year we anticipate to end up with $70 million of revenue, of which approximately $5 million is recurring. And we're managing to get the recurring part up. So last year we ended with 13 million of 2 million recurring. So we have 150% growth on the recurring base and try to stabilize the service or even decline it over the future. Today we work with 150 staff in 3 different locations, and we're about to open up a new office in Lisbon in a partnership with Deloitte that has embraced us, and they will invest in 40 people more in the next 6 months that can implement our system. Because the system has been built as a platform, and the localization and the customization and the configuration is separated from the core system. So they can do everything, we can hold back, and they can do we get the subscriptions, and they can get the services. So basically, why I'm here in the United States? Because we have funded our European rollout. We know exactly where we want to go, and we have a really rich funnel in Europe. But I also have a great team, and that team knows how to execute this plan. So finally, I have the time of mind, and I'm switching my view, and I want to be successful in the US soon. So we are on the lookout for a launching customer in the US that actually feels that in the trend in Europe on challenger banks, there's no boardroom of a tier 1 that does not consider to come up with a challenger bank, and we're talking to all of them in Europe, but it must have been the case that also in the US, and let's be assured, US banking is not the most innovative in the world. And I think that could be a big export product from Europe to the US to do modern digital banking online first. Thank you so much.